Bioscope session. Welcome back to episode 2 of A Bioscope Sessions. Thank you so much for the support to the channel. I've been trying to reach 100 subscribers before 2019. Please do not forget to subscribe, and if you haven't, please do. And please share with your family and friends, and of course like. So back to A Bioscope. This time I was interviewing Konstandino, the director of Dora's piece, who took us a 360 on the female-led action drama set in Hillbrow, Johannesburg. I tried to host the vlog in Siswati, but I'm not going to do that again because my Siswati ain't that good. But I'm grateful to my guest Dino, who was an open book about his treatment for the film, chatting about his Greek influences. I chose this film for TBF because we're starting 16 Days of Activism campaign. Women need to remember how to own their power. Dora is a character which inspires, strong, brave, and is a survivor. To the women out there, own your space, gravitate yourself to people who inspire you and appreciate you. By the way, I was not alone. I was with Spusiso, who is hosting the Elevation Show, which A Bioscope used to be a feature.
Alright, ngoyeke Afro Traction uthi ndiphelele uma nginawe ya uma ngabe basho njalo kusho kona kuthi uthandwa ke kakhulu la singena ke kuyo la ifixture yethu ifeature yethu yangalesihlanu iBioscope sinayela Mercate lapho usibukela nje film la namuhla ukuthi siya kumbela somvu ngiphi inyiphi maybe movie lokufanele nje sihlahlele emehlo kakhulu lokufuna sibukele Mercate vusela balalele ekhaya
sanibonani basekhaya unjani wena Sbu
no I'm right kakhulu right.
Well, today we're gonna be speaking to the director of film Dora's piece. Particularly film kuna khabonina. I'm sure khabonina bantu bamati from udlala ku isidingo as mntwana wa phasingibani lesgebeng lesiya Papa G.
Yes, yeah. Papa G.
Yeah, so in this film she's a prostitute who ends up saving a life of a young umntwana mfana nje who's been harassed by these gangsters and bayamfuna like bamfuna because he knows where the money's at magwakhe bekanjonje imali and he was he knows where the money is at. So let's find out more. Today we're going to be speaking to the director. I call him Konstandino. He's actually Greek, so forgive me for if I pronounce the name wrong. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you. Welcome to A Bioscope.
Yes.
Can you please tell us about your film?
Yes, the film was shot 2 years ago in Hillbrow. We spent a month in Hillbrow shooting most of the film, and with a few other scenes in some rural areas like in Heidelberg, but most of it was shot in Hillbrow with actors like khabonina, Kubeka, Ronnie Nyakele, Dan Kia, and a few other local stars. And the movie is getting released on the 26th of this month, finally. It's been a long, hard shoot and development to get the film released, but now we're excited to get it released in 2 weeks' time.
The storyline is different from what we've been seeing in cinemas like lately this year. Lately we've been seeing a lot of rom-coms. Your movie is more action, and it's been led by a woman.
Yes, and so we already kind of hoping that people are going to be more open to this film, because it is a drama and it is action, and of course it is about a woman who's the lead character, and more importantly it's about a black lead woman who's the character. And of course it's always hard to make a movie like that, because people like, as you say, they like the rom-coms, and those are the ones that are really being popular now in South Africa, and that's good. That's great that people are going to see South African movies, which has kind of increased this year, and that's a good thing. But we want people to now start seeing different genres, because you just cannot go see the romantic and the comedy stuff. So ours is different, and there's a lot of it's very different in a way, because if I take another movie like Jerusalem, for example, which was also shot in Hillbrow, in this one it's different because I've got a lot of my own Greek culture involved in the film as well. So there's a Greek character who's sort of a love interest to the khabonina character who plays the prostitute. And in this story, it's the main thing about the story, besides the action and all the other stuff, the main thread of the storyline is the relationship between khabonina, the prostitute, and this young boy, Pabalo Koza, who's this gifted little kid, whose mom is a drug addict, played by Shlubi Mboya, and she's kind of killed off, and it's no secret, it's in the trailer, she gets killed off, and now it's up to her neighbor, khabonina, to look after this kid. So the relationship between khabonina and Pabalo Koza, Dora and Peace, is the important story in this film. And that's the beauty about this film, is the relationship between these two people, the prostitute, the selfish prostitute, and this young kid who's looking for a mother figure since his mom has just been killed.
Can you please tell us, comparing to other films like Love is a Four-Letter Word and My Father's War, what makes your film special?
Sorry, you'll have to repeat it because you were breaking up.
I'm saying, comparing to other films which came out and are still coming through this year, like My Father's War and Love is a Four-Letter Word, what makes your films special for the audience to go out and actually see?
Well, I think, look, the story, I mean, if you look at, and I'm a movie buff, I can give you examples of movies like this where it has been done before. Every movie's been done before. We just like to try and take a story and make it unique. And in this way, it's unique because it's a unique African story. And funny enough, a lot of people send me messages on a daily basis, email strangers who are looking forward to this movie, because a lot of people are telling me, well, this is my story. You know, I'm glad you made this movie because this is my story. Because we know a lot of people come from the rural areas, they come to the big city, and when they get there, it's not all
it's not all daisies. Hello? Oh, it's bad network.
South Africa for many, for years, where people come from the rural to the city to find, for whatever reasons, they run away from home. And so there's a lot of people who personally this story resonates with them, and that's why it's unique, because I don't think it's been done before in this country. And I've also included, like I said, a lot of my own Greek culture in it. So there's different characters for the first time in a South African movie like this. There's different nationalities. There's the Greek. There's the Dora character. And it's mixed it all like Hillbrow is. It's a kind of a melting pot of different cultures, and that's why it's unique, because and Hillbrow plays a part as well. Hillbrow itself is a character in the movie, because it's a unique setting for the film.
Why did you decide khabonina should be the lead?
Yeah, sorry, you were breaking up there. Why?
I'm saying, like, why did you decide on having khabonina as a lead?
Why did we put khabonina as the lead?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you a nice story. Was when we were auditioning, I didn't really know much about Khabonina. I knew she was playing in The Wild, the TV series, which was on Mnet at the time, but she wasn't really the top actress that I thought we would cast as the lead.
Because originally she's a dancer.
I beg your pardon?
I'm saying, like, originally we know her as a dancer even before the acting.
Oh, yes, I found that out afterwards because I see she's always posing and doing these dance moves. But I didn't know much about her originally. She was obviously one of the people we wanted to audition, but I had two other actresses who I thought would get the spot. And on the day when she came to the audition, somehow she had the wrong script, the wrong line.
Really?
For the audition, yeah. So it must be daunting for an actor to walk in and know that she's got the wrong lines, and for me as well, because I'm now prepared with a certain amount of lines to kind of let her audition with, and she's got the wrong ones. So immediately you think, well, now you're going to fail, but not Khabonina. Khabonina came on, and we couldn't do the lines because she had different lines and I had different lines. And then I just sat and chatted to her, and her own personality, which is what I'm always looking for, because it's you're always looking for something that's unique in a person to bring to the role. You don't want them to come and act. You don't want to see acting. You want to see something that's real. And just by talking to her that day in the auditioning, I thought, my God, this is Dora. This is her. I mean, we all know she's a sexy lady, and she's cheeky, and she's a bit street smart, and that's how I decided this is the actress that I want. This is the one, even though she didn't have the lines, because that's what it was. And on set as well, when we shoot, I don't want people, they don't have to stick to the script. As long as we're kind of moving in one direction, they've got to bring something from themselves in, because then they won't be acting, you know? You don't want to see people acting. You want them to be real. And I made the right choice, I think, because I think she's great in the role, and she's really nailed the role of Dora.
One more question. What are you expecting from the film, like, internationally? We see a lot of South African films like doing great, like, internationally in Cannes and Toronto. What are you expecting? Hello?
Yeah.
Is he still around?
I think network lies inkinga ke la.
Oh, okay.
But,
Let's play the trailer.
Right. Yeah.
What are you looking at? Never seen a drop-dead gorgeous woman before. Think I'm beautiful, kid?
You are beautiful.
But I like my men a little older. Besides, you can't afford me. I told the cops I'm related to you because I don't want them to throw you out. But you can't stay here any longer.
They killed my mom.
You running around with their money.
Dora, you want my advice? Say, don't get involved.
I'm already involved.
Well, then I can't protect you.
I didn't come to you for protection.
Right.
Ucabangan.
Yeah, kuyibuka nje kwami kancane that minute. There is nalabanye libeka ngaba mention, and even umlaleli ekhaya utawukhumbula ukuthi la
uyabathanza yeah Cosmo
la Cosmo yathi ukuthi there is something leto ukujabulisa lapho and I see this guy lebeka actor yizo then wa actor ku Zone 14 and later on mega actor by the name of GP.
Yeah. Cosmo Kamalake Gocha, I think it's Ronnie. Yeah, yes. Ronnie Nyakele.
Yes, yeah, Cosmo Loy.
Yeah, and Banning like there's so many interesting actors like Paul Marion Randy. He used to do like this comedy show in SABC 1. I think it was like Sis Topla or something like that, Sisla or something like that. Like a lot of actors, like very popular South African actors, they're in this film. But as I compare it to Jerusalem, it's because of the setup. It's shot inside Johannesburg, so inale urban vibe, but it looks very, very nice. And inale action, there's car flipping, na khabonina uphathisa isibhamu bayadublana tinjalo. It's a very nice action film.
Alright, kumbuta nje umlaleli ekhaya ukuthi ngiphi le movie le lokufanele nje naye ithi i-release on the
month end 26
yes ligama layo doraspeace banga disturb ngileli gama but sometimes we are judging film by the title yithi title le ye English doraspeace yaksiyo maybe le labasuke by expectile but then
it's an all black cast like they support like South African films, and it's a beautiful story combat what's happening in South Africa right now. But I want to say like how many we gonna do one thing man, just like peaches, like how many peaches out of 5 would you give this film?
I think maybe I can say 3 but nasangiyibukele yonke that's where I can rate it kahle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asishiye lapho.
Alright mlaleli, it's 30 minutes before 10 o'clock. Siya kuye into zakhe kubanga amathebula. Ngathi ukudinza abantu zakho sikhanza la sikhuluma ngayo film la.
Akade lutho ngemafilimu.
Well, that's a wrap for episode 2 on Bioscope, where I was reviewing Dora's piece. I think the interview went fantastically well. Thank you to Konstandino for being part of the show. Unfortunately, off the bad network though, but hopefully as we're going on, we're going to have a stronger and a better show. These Bioscope sessions are special to me because we're looking back at movies which already came out, but right now we're going to be comparing them with the standard which is coming out in South Africa. So right now we're in 2018. Coming up on my next week Bioscope show, I'll be talking to Minzy Givenson for the Frank and Fearless movie, which is a Leon Schuster original, and it's going to be featuring Kanye Bao. But you'll find out more about that on the upcoming Bioscope live show. Do not forget to check me out on PCRFM at 9:35. So besides all of that, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and share to your family and friends.